Hello, hello. I'm Avalon, and this is Voice Notes from the Chrysalis, my 21 episode podcast where I share all the golden nuggets that I've discovered over being deeply transformed over the past 5 years in celebration of the launch of my digital course, Discover Yourself. And today we are talking about obligation. And I have a very strong and specific relationship to obligation. And yeah, I you might get triggered by this and that's okay. And you might not like it and that's okay. But ooh, like in the transformation I've experienced over the past 5 years, that has included dissolving obligation, not commitment, because I very much believe in interconnectedness and interdependence and how we need each other. But not out of obligation, because I cannot think of an example in which obligation feels in alignment to me. I can think of many examples where like choice and commitment and deciding to show up, deciding to be obligated, sure. Um, but obligation from external factors, that's not mine. That's not our stuff. That's coming from someone else. And usually, in my experience, it's not aligned with who I am and what I want to be doing and my values and what matters to me. Whew. So, yeah, I have, especially in the past, let's see, how many years? Three, four, 3 years. Summer 2022. I decided to go no contact with my family and specifically my mom. And it has been, I'm so sorry. I'm not sorry, but has been the best decision I've made in a long, long time. It might be the best decision I've ever made because it freed me from obligation. It freed me, period. Um, Again, grew up in a really emotionally toxic environment, mostly like spearheaded by my mom, and like love and respect for her because I know that she did the best she could with what she had. Um, to some extent, like this is not personal, but it's just what I needed to do because I can't allow myself to live my life in obligation to someone who never who I never felt safe around. Yeah. Even as an adult. I literally like went on the last like family vacation we went on was right before COVID. It was a cruise of all things in January 2020 and yeah, went on a cruise with my mom, stepdad, and brother and um I couldn't relax the whole entire time and I couldn't figure out why because I'd like done some traveling before and like have I've gone on trips and by myself and with other people that I felt like I could fully relax and be myself and unwind. And that ship was super chill. There wasn't like a ton of kids, there wasn't a ton of drunk people. It was just like good chill vibes. Like it was a great time. And I didn't it was nice. I didn't feel obligated to spend time with my family the whole time. Like I spent time by myself too. But there was just something about the family atmosphere in which I could not like relax. Like I could not like unclench my jaw, like to some extent, like release my belly, drop my shoulders, like there was something in me that like could not relax. Came home and relaxed and realized like, oh my God, like that was supposed to be like, I mean, I was on a cruise, like I had nothing to worry about. I was fed, I had drinks, like yeah, I don't know, like traveling like to Florida to the cruise, super easy. Like, yeah, there was no reason to be a like slight rod of tension the whole entire time. And I realized it when I got home, and then pandemic happened and had a whole experience about a whole bunch of things tangentially related to my mom, my family feeling safe, my body, all sorts of good stuff, and realized that I've never felt safe in the presence of my mom. And that interacting with her was out of obligation because of familial obligation, because eldest daughter obligation, because of like unspoken, like, Avalon, you're the person who's going to take care of me when I'm old. You're the eldest daughter. You're the one who's going to hold it all together. And I, oh God, it's like I feel my throat clenching up with like just not because to some extent, like to keep all of that going and take on that role was to say that everything was okay. And it wasn't. And I think this is definitely like my story. And because of it, I feel extremely strong about obligation. But I went through that experience of removing familial obligation. And now if I'm in contact with family, it's a mutual choice. And it's great. Baseline, respectful and great. And then applied that degree of not accepting obligation to my friendships, to some extent as much as possible, like to my colleagues and my work environment. Um, and I just got happier and happier, y'all. I just felt freer and freer. I just felt like I actually had the power to choose how I wanted to spend my time and energy and resources, and the choice of showing up for my friends that I wanted to show up for, and the choice of showing up for all the people that I love and care for, and not for the people who didn't show up for me or were draining, or I was just showing up for them because like I knew them for like the past 5 years or whatever it was. Um, whatever flavor of obligation it was, like releasing myself from that. Oh God, it is like a delicious level of selfishness. And I'm sorry, like that it just it's so good and I can't go back. And so to some extent, like if you feel strongly about your obligations, be careful because once you free yourself from them, you can't go back. You just can't. Oh, there's like something in my body that will not let me. And again, like going back to like this idea of like I I want to leave a legacy behind me. I don't want obligation to be baked into it in any degree. I if if it there's this idea that if you truly love someone, you will let them go and they will come back to you if they love you too. Like I don't know, like to love without attachment and obligation is so it's just like nothing like it and I can't go back. So that's my take on that. And if this sparks something in you and you are navigating whew, that juicy, really challenging unraveling of obligation and moving towards freedom and choice, I would highly, highly recommend unselfishly my Discover Yourself course because that will cut through all of the obligation, all of the stuff that isn't yours, and will help you identify out of everything What is yours? What do you value the most? What is the most important to you? What what better North Star to have to navigate how to proceed with your newfound freedom of letting go of obligation? Oh my God. Blah. If you're doing this, I'm so excited for you. Because it is, I don't know, it's really hard to describe the level of freedom and expansiveness that I have now after deciding to live without obligation. So. Ooh, I love y'all. I'm so excited. And reminder, Discover Yourself releases for the early birds on December 21st. You can sign up for free and get a little discount. And then it releases for everybody else on December 28th. So thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you soon.